Let's go straight into the next week, and then we'll show you.
Where do these people be coming from?
Automatically appear.
Are they like zapping them down onto the stage? And you are cute. You are a cute nerd.
Doesn't he look a little bit like Charles White's coach?
No, I'm so serious.
Yeah.
Oh my God. He looks like Jason Mraz, like he's about to start singing. Oh my God. You are sexy. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna start paying more attention to my computer.
I was so hoping this would happen, and that this was totally not prompted.
Even though that sweater, though, is suspect. This might be a little serial killer, but it's cool. I'll take you shopping afterwards, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I can.
He is cute.
All right.
Did I make you nervous? I'm sorry.
Where to begin? Okay, so Leslie, I do have a question for you, actually, to get started.
Yes, I will marry you.
All right. Okay, this is my face a little.
Good job.
I so know how to make white men blush.
Right.
I love it.
All right, my clock's ticking here. Let's move fast.
Okay, for real.
Okay, so the first question I have is what is one of the first things you do as you start to prepare a new sketch for Saturday Night Live?
Oh, yeah, we're always thinking about the funny stuff. We always think of what the punchline is, like what the punchline is and what the twist will be.
The punchline and the twist, is that written down anywhere?
Yes, it's always, we start notes. We'll start a notepad up and just start writing jokes and writing whatever it is we want the sketch to be about.
All right. So it sounds like that script then is probably pretty important to tell everyone where to go, what to say, when to say, what the punchline is,
right.
How to set up the stage and all those different things that will help make and create a great show. And we as marketers, we're very similar, actually, to comedians.
No, you're not.
In a lot of ways.
I was with you. I was with you until that, but no.
In the sense that we also, in order to create these great experiences that we've been talking about, it requires that we have a great strategy or a great plan in hand, right? So I'm excited to show you some things today that I've been working on that helps to develop that plan and then connect it into the process of creating these experiences like you've never seen before. Especially you, Les. You've never seen any of this
I've seen everything
before.
I've been to the future.
So I'm going to get into character here a little bit myself. I'm going to be a campaign manager for our fictional online retailer here called Ginchi. Just a fun word to say. And with that, we're developing this new site to build and customize shoes. I can tell you love a good
I love shoes, yes. That's
my
thing.
And so one of the things you can do, you can kind of add your own colors. You can also upload your own image. And, you know, that
looks pretty good.
That is one beautiful shoe.
That is a dope-ass shoe. That is dope. I like that.
All right, so in addition to launching this site, it's also important that our teams coordinate on the multi-channel delivery of activities to drive people to the site to use it and to engage with it. And so the first thing we're going to do in this central capacity is it's crucial that we take that strategy and that plan and get it into the platform here. And so what we have here is a living and collaborative brief. You know, long gone are the days of us having to email documents to others to tell them what we're trying to do that's, you know, dead as soon as you click the send button.
Yeah,
it's already outdated.
We have to email to each, every time, yeah.
Yes, you're always having to update everybody on what you're doing, and so it's much better if we have a centralized location that's collaborative and more of a living environment here. And so from here, we can add a description. We can get all the team on board on what we're trying to accomplish. We can align it with this strategic metadata here so we know what this campaign is used for in terms of the brands and the product categories and the different markets that are relevant to this campaign. We can also add additional audiences to this so we know who to target this experience to as well. So all of this is an attempt to drive alignment through all of our teams that are working in different solutions within the Experience Cloud. And so you may have seen this little blue dot up in the right corner here that's glowing and blinking for us. This is the Sensei agent that was demoed yesterday. It's a concept that we're considering here as a way to bring, in a non-intrusive way, artificial intelligence and machine learning into the planning process. And so if we click on this here, we can kind of see what Sensei can help us do. So it may be a little bit small, but you can see that it's recommending different tags that perhaps I've missed over here. So we're just going to grab a couple of these tags around customization and urban. And again, it's reading that description and extracting out of that different elements that are important. You can also see a couple of different audiences that are relevant to this as well from different sources within the Experience Cloud. So we've gone through and we've quickly created this brief. It's ready to go. We can share this with our teams. But they're also looking at me to help them put together all the different assets that they need to create these activities. And so I'm going to click over to the Content tab. And from here, I've already uploaded a couple of images that I feel like are well representative of what we're trying to accomplish with this campaign. They're visually on spot with the brand that we're doing. And so I'm going to click on this. Again, you may see this little blue glowing dot here for the Sensei agent. And when I click on that, you see that it knows what I'm trying to do here as I click on that image, that it's trying to find similar assets and content for me. And if we take a peek under the hood here a little bit, you can see what's going on in that Sensei is automatically extracting all of these visual elements from this image. And what we can do is take that and combine it with all of the assets in our library so that it can make intelligent recommendations to me about which assets we should use. So you can see it's giving me a sample of 2 here. But what's really cool and interesting is when I combine that with performance data that we've collected on all of these images in previous use. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to crank engagement up here.
Is this a website you would go to and do all of this? Like you would have to enter all the information? Or would this website find this information?
Yeah, so for me as a marketer, I'm able to come in here and find, these are all the assets that we've created over the years and that we've stored in different repositories, so different folders within the Experience Cloud. And now I need images in order to create social posts and emails and everything like that. And so this is now telling me assets that are both relevant to the campaign, they look like the images that I uploaded, but then they also are most likely to be highly performant. And so we can have confidence as we add these that they're going to accomplish both of those goals. So I'm just going to grab all these images quickly and add them to our experience. So just like that, we've gone from 0 to plenty of assets to be used in all of those activities, and the teams are now getting more and more equipped with what they need. Now, the most difficult part of planning a campaign across all these different teams is still ahead of us, and that's knowing when and where all of these different activities are going to be taking place. And so within the activities section here, we now can see in a central location on top of the Adobe Cloud Platform all of the different activities that have been created for this campaign. And to this point, we've only got one that's been scheduled, and that's the microsite launch. But from a central location and as a campaign planner and manager, I can now come in here and start to scaffold out for my team what it is we want to do and how we would sequence once the site goes live. Let's follow it up with a quick promotional email to our key audiences. And so I could continue to do that myself, but again, we have the blue glowing Sensei dot here that's letting me know that there's something more that can be done using machine learning. So over here on this side in the panel that's opened up, you can see there's different planning vectors. So I could optimize this against channels, business KPIs, and others. And so if we just come in here and again, let's just, to get a good result set, we'll crank engagement all the way up. And you can see it's analyzing different campaigns that have been similar, different microsites that we've launched in the past, and telling me what different types of channels we could use to drive engagement with the site. So I'm just going to add those to the plan and see what Sensei recommends. All right, so there's now suggested for me a series of, yeah, thank you. That guy likes this. All right, so we have a series of suggested emails and blog posts and social videos and other things that are sequenced over time. So, you know, now all that's left to do is for me to invite my team to collaborate on this, and they'll come in, they'll see the plan, they'll see the assets, and be able to go execute this great experience. And that's Master Plan. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve.